we are, Luke.
Hey,
We are
Mr. Pope.
back on the Warriors Den.
Yes,
set,
in our
back
humble,
in our actual space.
actual space after 1 week, 2 week upstairs.
Yep.
Last week in the big room
Yep.
next to here, and now we're back in our set with all of the helmets.
We have all of our helmets back.
Believe it or not, they were gone for E3 and then Gamescom, and we just got them back.
Yes.
Gamescom was 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's been lost in a UB warehouse somewhere.
They were going on a boat somewhere, and they landed in Montreal.
So welcome for joining us. This is an exciting day for
It is.
obvious reasons. It is the launch of the Year of the Harbinger, Year 3. Season 1 in particular, which is being dubbed Vortiger. We've talked about that a lot over the last week.
Oh, yes.
And the maintenance is happening right now, so which is maybe why some of you are watching the show. You've got nothing better to do while you wait for the maintenance to finish. It's going to be one of longer maintenance because it's a new season maintenance. So bear with us, and you can get into playing the Black Prior as soon as possible.
And the show will probably not last as long as the maintenance.
Right. This is not going to be like last week's show. It was like
No, last week was 3 hours and a half.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, it was quite long.
Yes, but we're all excited. I hope you're excited as well. Right now, you can
I
get
am.
the Year 3 pass.
Yeah, you get your all 4 heroes to be released this year. So if you get it, you have Vortiger starting today. You will, same thing for the next 3 heroes. Also, with a 1 week early access, obviously. Thunderbolt and Frightening Effect on all heroes.
Yeah.
And that is available right now. 5 scavenger crates and 30 days champion status.
Yes. So go check that out.
Yep.
And also today, because it's the last day of a month, we have next month's roadmap to share. So let's check that out.
Oh, clever. So it
Oh,
starts.
it's changed since the last time I saw it. It's a new
yeah.
format. Okay.
Yeah, I know Mike sent it around, but I didn't open it. So
Yeah.
I need to go closer to read it.
This is not right, Max. This is the wrong year.
Wrong year. So this was
Some
last
sort of a
year.
goof. Yeah, that was last February. As you
Okay.
can see, our dedicated servers are launching soon.
Yeah. And obviously, the dedicated server has been out for almost
A year
and
now.
it's a funny day to do that.
And I just took a
We're gonna have
screenshot of that.
on the show
True.
very soon. Jeff, who was
Who was here to talk about the Team Onion's work on those
Exactly.
servers before.
so it's ironic that we're going to get him back on the show today, as we're making this tiny mistake.
So Max, you'll find that. Do you want us to move on and you can come back to it? Okay.
Yeah, let's move on to the weekly arcade quest.
So this week's weekly arcade quest is called Favete Linguis. And I have a little narrative.
Oh, can I read that?
Yeah.
I love reading narrative. As Apollyon was fighting the Iron Legion in the Dawn Empire, she called her best wolves for help. Yet, they would never reach the Blackstone Fortress in time. Discover the journey of the hero who stopped the Black Priors before they could join Apollyon.
Amazing. Amazing.
I have goosebumps.
You missed it in the middle of that. Max put up a Halloween image. I don't know what's happening today.
Before the show, Max was giving shit to everybody because our mic were not labeled properly.
Yeah.
So now I need to put order in my document.
It's okay, Max. It's not like we have 7,000 people watching or anything.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Well, if you've never seen the Warriors Den, this is kind of how it goes.
This is kind of odd, actually. Usually
It's
we
kinda
don't do
sad,
that.
but
We
anyway.
have
Last
a good
week was a
image.
big production. We hit all the marks last
Yeah.
week. This is something else. So that if you're not familiar, the weekly arcade quest is for people who own the arcade mode, which you get with Marching Fires.
Yes.
The expansion, which you can get in your store right now, and super cool. Speaking of arcade, this is something new with the season that launches today. We didn't mention it last week because it's kind of a small thing, but we wanted to show you this week. So when the season launches, which is in a couple hours, there are new rewards in the arcade pool. So there's a new unique weekly reward called the Pink Plasma Shock Effect.
I can't wait to see that one.
Pink
Yeah.
plasma shock effect.
Shock effect.
And for the regular arcade mode, not the weekly challenge, there's an altered reality battle outfit.
And you know how much we love Battle Outfit.
Of outfits to battle in. And I believe Phil or Max made a little video to show you those new arcade rewards.
So if by any chance we're showing you a trailer from Gamescom, it is
Roll dice.
it is a possibility. So
Let's check it out, Max.
Honestly, he's beautiful.
Because
Very cool execution.
Yeah,
I love when he takes him and he like slit his
I'm a
throat.
big fan of the royal purple. It's like our shout out to Prince.
Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah, I should stop singing.
No,
There's also an event order.
We have an event order starting today after the maintenance.
Yeah.
Special Executioner Challenge.
And we have the good image.
Oh, look at that.
Be the faction with the most executions performed in the Arbor event playlist. And you need to participate, obviously.
Man, that is a brutal image. Dom is just letting out some frustrations with this image lately.
Yeah, but look, it's so fucking freezing out here. I can understand he needs to let go somehow.
So the first place of that challenge, the first place faction gets 3,000 steel. I think that's more than usual, isn't it? Second place gets 1,500. Third place gets 1,000.
Damien is probably going crazy right now.
Yeah. Wow.
3,000 steel!
And we've got a couple tournaments. Our good friend.
Oh, yes, and I'm letting you do the first one.
great.
You had so much success the last time you've done it.
Nailed it last time.
Exactly,
Our
so...
friends in Hungary are back. The Hungarian Cup, the Magyar Bajnokság. No? A 2v2 Hungarian Cup, PS4 only. It's this Saturday, February 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central European Time. The prize, ooh, I like learning about different currencies. The prize, 6,000 Hungarian forints,
It's about $30.
which is about $30. Sounds much fancier with the
When's it 6,000? And there's For Honor Arena. It's a 4v4 tournament series. It's on PC this Sunday, Sunday, February 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. 1 p.m. Eastern Time and 4 p.m. PST. No, that's not good.
Yes,
PST is behind us.
that is correct.
If it's 1 p.m., fuck, this is
Oh boy.
my apology to everybody watching.
Ken?
If it's 1 p.m.
Wow.
Eastern Time, it means it's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific Time and 6 hours later in Europe. Tournament is welcome to new members.
Well, the good news is we're not live, right?
Well, no, we're not.
We're recording this? No, we're
No.
live. Great.
Yeah, we're live. You can send us a tweet. You'll see, like, we can respond. And the price is $60.
All right. Thank you
So-
for everyone for supporting our tournaments as always. It's been some really good ones lately.
We'll come back to the roadmap very soon. I think Max is trying to find the image.
Oh my gosh. But before that, let's do the content of the week.
Yep.
Available today in the game is new mask outfits. These are really cool. Actually, they're kind of themed with some of the weapons you'll find in the game. We're doing a winter theme today. So if Max is ready, we'll do the mask outfits right now.
It's nice. I guess. I get a ram head. Hold this. Thanks. I don't understand why that mask is happy. I mean, at least we get a purring tiger, right? Right?
Those were amazing.
Yeah, and I saw some people who said that Earthbet needs more love. They always say Vortiger, but it's a black prior. So yes,
True.
Mr. FH, we got your note, and Mistress is she loves the new effect because it's pink.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
So, yeah.
It's super cool.
They're
And those
very-
masks are
Yeah.
so cool. And it's cool to see the Wulin getting their own masks too. That's really nice.
And we have words. Wait,
Yes.
we have words from
Breaking
breaking news.
right now.
We have the roadmap available.
Wow.
So, oh boy, that's a big close up on my face. Can I see the roadmap now?
The real roadmap. There.
Is it the good one?
There it is. Okay, so here's the month of February. You just saw the Special Executioner Challenge. We've got our weekly, the purples are our weekly arcades. You'll get to learn more about them each week. But you'll see something cool there, February 14th. It's our
Yeah.
2-year anniversary.
Yes, Valentine's Day. Bestie Peacekeeper, good luck with that.
And Luke,
What?
we did some counting the other day, number of Warriors dens that we've done. If we counted correctly, which is always a big if, the 14th should be our 100th show.
I did count that, right?
Yeah?
I think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be a 100
Talked
show.
about it with me this morning too.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty sweet
Yeah.
alignment there.
And if you have any suggestions, any idea, we'll come back to the roadmap. But if you have any idea that something cool we can do on the 14th for show 100, let us know.
Yeah, send it our way if you want to do a video recaps, anything like that.
Exactly.
Anyway.
And that's the day we're going to reveal the winner of the T-shirt.
Yes.
Contest.
So on today's show, we're going to talk about the Assassin's Creed contest winners in a little bit.
And we have to read that.
Yes, there's fan fiction coming,
That's going to be cool.
but also the T-shirt winner for the year 2 anniversary.
I wasn't in it, so don't worry.
The 2-year anniversary will be revealed on the 14th.
Yes.
Very, very cool stuff.
Coming
love
back.
doing
I would love it if
Coming
they
back on the
if they
roadmap, so
know.
We kind of
Pop
interrupted
back up
ourselves.
there, please, Max.
Oh, yeah. So,
Oh, nice. There's an XP
Hit me
code
up
coming
for
in
the
for
tournaments. They do.
and yeah, year 3, season 1 campaign.
$1.09.
Beautiful.
on the
Hit me up.
15.
Beautiful.
So a lot of things happening in the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I've been playing this
You know
game
what I
since
will
literally
say,
day
though, just to
one.
Make it clear, on the 14th, that's not our seasonal event.
No.
It looks really cool on the roadmap. It's popping out for a reason because we want you to know it's our anniversary. That's not the seasonal event for this.
That's
season.
later. That's going to be in March.
Good. I don't know the exact date. If Luke says it, it's true.
I just gave it a 31-day window.
If it's not, we'll find a way to fit it into March.
It is in March.
It's got to be.
And I'm doing the math in my head. It is in March.
No one behind the camera knows.
No, it is in March. It is.
Beautiful. Well, speaking of the people behind the camera, we actually wanted to bring on some guests.
Yes, we do.
We've done some stuff over the last couple of weeks, and today involving the game's matchmaking. So we thought we'd invite
And skill ranking.
and skill ranking.
Because they're two different things. That's what they told us this morning when we prepared this segment.
So we thought we'd invite them on the show to tell you more about what work they've been doing and explain why they're doing it and what they're seeing in the results. So we'll do a little transition and come back with Guillaume and JF.
Just so you all know, no one cares about matchmaking. Those that do are those that do. But I don't. I don't. Hurry and play. Yeah, that's me right now.
Thank
I
you.
switched place.
You did.
Magic.
We've got a full room now,
Yeah.
which is always nice because we get to show more of our beautiful helmets when we do the wide
Yeah.
shot. But welcome back, JF, Jean-Francois Deschamps,
Yes.
associate producer. And Guillaume Paul Klaus,
Hello.
game designer.
Easy names for you.
Yeah, I've been practicing. I learned right before this. Guillaume told me the little thing over the A is a Swedish. There's a word for it that I don't know what it is. What's it called?
Rouen chef.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A Rowan chef.
Rowan chef, so don't ask us what it means in English. Up to 15 minutes ago, we didn't know what it was.
It's true. So we mentioned earlier, JF was on the show. God, has it already been a year?
Yes. It's already been a year.
Lord. You were famously of Team Onion at the time.
Yes.
Working on our switch to dedicated servers. It is the online team.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Guillaume, you are also on the online team as a designer.
Exactly.
So your focus is on our matchmaking systems, correct?
Yes, I focus mainly on matchmaking and skill rating.
Cool. Well,
Because, Eric,
that's
matchmaking and skill ratings
two different
are
things.
two different things.
They are.
So that's what we're here to talk
Did I
about
mention
today.
that they're two different things?
You did.
Okay.
I think we might have covered it.
Just want to make sure.
So over the past two or 3 weeks, we've been doing tests that we've been posting the maintenances on the forums and stuff. Doing some tweaking on matchmaking.
They have the Kensei
We'll talk
mask
about
as an
that.
emote.
And in today's patch, we are doing
I'll learn
a
a what.
substantial
That's
change to
funny.
how
Skill
we-
rating.
How we determine your skill rating.
Because
Exactly.
they are two different things.
Because they are two
Yes.
different things.
So I think we're
Actually, the first time you said skill ranking, which
No,
that's
rating.
the third
Yeah.
thing.
I said ranking,
Okay,
That's
so
the
it's a
third
sub
That's the
thing.
third thing.
but focus on rating.
we'll save
There
that
you
for
go.
a future show.
R-A-T-I-N-G.
So to start, let's talk about the tests.
Yes.
First of all, what were the tests and what did they entail? What were we doing?
So first, I want to introduce what matchmaking is to our players.
Yeah.
We call matchmaking the system that basically matches you with other players online. So it evaluates all the candidates based on their profile, and they provide you with a match where each team has a fair chance to win. And matchmaking relies on several parameters. Most of the most important are the player skill and the player reputation. So we introduced tests in the past couple of weeks because matchmaking is a system that we refine very often and that we keep on evolving in the future. But this time we undertook an exploratory approach actually in order to determine what is matchmaking to our players, how they perceive it, and what they think about it. So we sent
Rep 38
surveys
versus Rep
that you might have found
286.
on,
Fair.
Reddit, and we also did tests, and that we push on all platforms, on all modes for 1 week at a time. And the first test we did was testing, reducing the importance of player reputation in the matchmaking and increasing the importance of skill. And so we gathered data, and we have some preliminary results that show that we reduce the average skill difference between the two opposing teams, and we also reduce the average matchmaking time. On the other side, we show comments that showed player-facing opponents with a huge difference in reputation, which is normal behavior during this test because it had less impact on our matchmaking system.
Okay, so for that first test, you did see a reduction in both the time to matchmake and the gap between skill level.
Exactly.
But as you said, yeah, I saw some of those comments on Reddit and stuff that people were being matched with really high rep.
Yes, exactly.
Players.
This is a behavior that was expected during this test.
Right.
That reinforces another point, which is since we put a lot of pressure on the skill and less on reputations, people will still match with a huge gap in reputation level. Its proof is, to some extent, that reputation does not mean skills.
Not at all.
Sometimes, of course, it does, but not all the time.
Yep.
Reputation is the experience you have in the game, potentially your skill set.
Reputation does not mean skill. They said it.
So looking at data, I think that will reassure people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Data
of course.
man is not there.
The spread is data
Plenty of
everywhere.
He contaminated everybody.
Yes, exactly. I'm
what
the
was-
data boy.
Is that a boy? It's good.
Perfect. And what was the second test that you did?
So second test, we tested keeping the same player's reputation importance as before the first test,
Okay.
while increasing the importance of skill again. And this time we found the same result. We reduced the average skill difference between the teams. We reduced the average matchmaking time, but we also reduced the average reputation difference between the two teams in comparison with the first test.
Cool. Okay. So that second test is kind of more in line with what you were hoping in the end to end up with, yeah?
Yeah, probably. We're still looking at data, so.
Okay, so the work continues. You haven't found like the sweet spot just yet of the
No, exactly.
skill versus reputation thing.
No, that's why we're not introducing these changes today, because we must do more in-depth analysis of both tests, and we also pushing some more changes today that don't allow us to do those changes on matchmaking.
So for these parameter tests, they're kind of going away for now. We're going back to the way we were before you did the tests, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay. And then once you've done your full analysis, you'll release the new parameters, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we'll update you when that's ready to go. You're thinking few weeks, right?
Sounds about right.
Not months, but weeks.
No, exactly.
The reasoning for that
We're
time
gonna
frame is the new changes we're going to push today, which we're going
Yes.
to talk about,
What
Which
a
is the
segue.
second thing,
which is the second thing.
because they're two different things.
That changes will take a couple of weeks to stabilize, and we want to wait for that to be stabilized before we
Okay.
can move on
That's
to other
smart.
things.
Okay, well, let's
what
talk
is the
about
second
that.
thing?
What is that second thing, you?
So second thing is our skill rating system. What we call skill rating is the system that assigns players a value based on their performance at playing the game. And
So I would guess that our value is not really higher.
Nope.
You and I, it's
We weren't hired for our skill at playing the game.
no.
Damien's values is through the roof.
You want to see their skill? Go watch a few streams back.
yeah,
There you go.
It's
But
an
this system
entertaining.
basically allows us to compare players together and calculate their chances to win a given game. And so basically the logic is the team with the highest skill rating value is expected to win.
As the Pats will do on Sunday.
Naturally.
We'll see. Not sure about that.
I want to go there.
So basically how skill rating worked before is it used to take into account players' performance through two values, their collective performance, whether the team lost or won the game, and their personal score, which is the points that you see in the scoreboard at the end of a match.
The bounty stuff.
The bounty stuff, yeah. So this logic was giving more importance to the personal performance rather than to victory. So we decided to make this change in order to encourage players toward their common goal, which is winning. And it also helps us emphasize the nature of our team-based game modes.
Cool. And yeah, so just a clarification. What we're talking about right now is just in the 4v4 modes.
Yeah, because we don't have bounty in the other modes, so it already works the same.
Great. Great.
I can give you an example of a specific situation that can happen in a match that now kind of will be more taken into effect than before. Like, take an example, you play Dominion or you play Breach. Breach is a good example right now because it's really team-oriented, right? So when you're playing Breach, I'm playing on the battlefield and I'm ganked by 4 players. I'm not near a point, I'm not near a zone, I'm not near minions or the RAM itself, but I'm a good enough player so I can hold my own during a minute or a minute and a half or whatever time frame you want against those 4 players. But in the end, I don't kill them, but I die. So in the end, I did not kill anyone, I did not kill any minions, I did not protect the RAM, I did not do anything, I don't reach a higher bounty score.
Right.
But during that time, my 3 teammates are alone, right? Because I hold off 4 players. They captured point, they captured minions, they help our team win. So basically, I help my teams to win,
Right.
but that's not recognized in the bounty system, so it does not affect my MMR that much.
Right.
With that win-loss ratio, we want to really emphasize that, well, if the team won, I had an impact on it, and I want to be rewarded.
Delete
So
JJ.
there, that will have it.
It's not gonna happen,
specific MMR
guys.
Related to each other that are close. Well, we know they are most likely to, they win a fair amount of matches themselves, so they know what to do to help the team win in the overall grand scheme of things.
I
Cool.
like that. I like that because I've seen matches of Dominion before, even if in early development. I think even any of you were on the team where we did a big show match like for the studio nearly 5 years ago, and there was one guy. That's what he did. He actually was good enough in duel to hold players back and to attract player. And while he was doing that, the others were conquering areas on the map to win the game. And I think that's good to encourage teamwork because it is a team. When 4v4, you have to think about the team and how we can play your part. And
Right.
sometimes can be a really good duelist, so that's a way for you to contribute. And this way you're not
Yep,
penalized.
I can see people
It's
saying to
interesting the other way
nerf
around as
like
well. I'm a
prior.
really good dueler, but I'm really chasing my personal score, and I don't know.
It's
if I-
difficult.
When I play, I end up in the spawning zone of the enemy, and I just kill people. I will get some bounty points because I'm actually racking up the kills.
Yeah.
Do I help the team? Yes, but can I help more? Maybe. So if in the end I lose the game because of that, well, maybe it was not the best team decision
Strategy,
to take. So there is plus on both sides.
Yep. Cool. So how would you summarize the benefit to players then of this change?
So the biggest change they will see is, I think, more fair matchups, because we changed how skill rating is calculated, and it also impacts how we match players together, because that's the value we use in matchmaking. So tighter skill rating, tighter matchmaking, better matchups, better matches in the end.
Right. Better match quality. Great. That sounds cool. And so to achieve this, I think you might have mentioned it a little earlier, is today with the patch or with the maintenance, we are resetting everybody's skill rating.
We are, and we rarely do that. We did that back when we did server, for example, a year ago. But the reason why we do that
Jeff is always responsible for that.
Yeah.
yes, that's kind of true, actually. The reasoning behind that is we change the systems behind it, right? We change the logic. So to make sure that the systems stabilize itself, it needs to restart from the beginning. The drawback of that is, well, yes, player will have all the same MMR, so for a couple of days, a week or two maybe.
Might be a little wacky.
You might find players that you find are a lot better than you. In 4v4 mode, again, it's 4v4 specific.
Yeah.
And yes, it is true. It will take a couple of days for it to stabilize and go back to its original values. But it's needed since we have a new logic behind it.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's everything we wanted to go over today. If you have any questions, feedback, we definitely want to hear them.
Yep.
Post them up on Reddit. We can always have these guys back in a couple weeks to answer those questions or respond to feedback. So please post it up. And JF and Guillaume, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
coming,
very
guys.
much for coming.
Thanks to you
Guillaume's
guys.
first Warriors Den.
Yeah.
What's up?
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Well, we're going to come back now with the winners of our For the Creed contest.
And that's going to be a fun one.
We'll be right back with that.
So they reset everyone's skill level. That's interesting.
Yes, we have completed another contest. We're really loving doing these community contests. It gives you all a chance to show your creativity. It's really fun for us to see it all. So thanks for all the submissions that we got. This was specifically based around the For the Creed seasonal event that happened in December. What we did was actually kind of two-pronged contest. One was fan fiction with the theme of crossover between Assassin's Creed and For Honor, and the other was a trailer contest. And so we had members of our dev team vote to choose winners, and we wanted to reveal those winners today. They're getting cool stuff. Alex is working with some vendors right now to make a very special hat, a Roman approved hat, because you know Roman loves his baseball caps.
Yeah, I know.
So they've
You know why
together.
he bought those baseball caps in LA?
Yes.
Because when we like the E3s we've done together, when you go and walk around, he needs to protect.
He doesn't want to get sunburned.
No,
Your Raider
to this.
legend
Good.
gets ledged.
I'm covered.
That's a problem for bald guys.
Yeah.
It's happened. You don't want to have a burned head. But yeah,
Bird
so
head. That's how you call it?
a burn, sunburn.
Burn. I said
not
bird.
not a bird.
What
head.
the
You don't want a
fuck?
bird head
Bird.
either.
I
I
was
don't recommend
wondering-
either.
I was wondering what you were talking about.
So yeah, there's gonna be cool. There's also pins being made. I think Alex is.
Wolf,
yeah,
Baron,
she's saying
Snake.
I
That's an
put on
interesting
that.
idea.
So it's actually really cool. We'll send those out to our winners and our finalists because we had a lot of really good stuff. So let's start with the trailer winner.
Yeah.
This is a familiar name, actually, if you watch our community corner. It's someone who usually does goofy meme videos showing his serious side.
It's good.
It is good.
It's like a mini wheat.
Again, the request the request was for like a trailer style video, and that's what he did. So let's check out the winning video from Master James.